said it was about safety. They said it was about law. But when the government hides behind fake plates and rental vans, it's not safety. It's fascism in broad daylight. Why? Van, no plates, no name, no badge on their hands. They say they're the law, but they don't play fair. They snatch our people like they're ghosts in the air. They don't sneak at night, they come when it's bright. Broad daylight raids in plain damn sight. No warrant shown, no crime to claim, just fear and silence in freedom's name.
We've seen the story, it don't end well when the state turns our streets into a prison cell. From jackboot squads to secret files, now it's ice and modern style.
Like your mother's bus.
Fuck ICE, we won't disarray, won't disarray. Fuck ICE, we're still right here, right here. They cover their plates, they hide who they are. Unmarked cars from rental lots, parked by the bar. They drag our neighbors with no due cause while waving the flag and breaking the law. They rip families apart on a Tuesday afternoon and call it justice while it's over too soon. But we see the truth and we're calling it out. This is America and we're gonna shout.
History warns us loud and clear, when fear takes power the end is near. But freedom's louder, we won't bend. We'll fight this fight until the end.
I rather fuck ICE, fuck ICE. We won't disobey, won't disobey. I rather fuck ICE, fuck ICE. We're still right here, right here. I rather fuck ICE, fuck ICE. We won't disobey, won't disobey. I rather fuck ICE, fuck ICE. We're still right here, right here. This isn't safety. This isn't justice. This is secret police and rental vans. This is tyranny wrapped in a flag. And we, the people, will not comply.
We are the heartbeat, we are the flame. We're not just a slogan, we're more than a name. From border towns to city streets, from factory floors to college seats.
You cannot erase us, you cannot divide. The soul of this nation is on our side. We'll march through the storm, we'll tear down the wall, 'cause this land belongs to us all. Where you rather fuck ICE, fuck ICE. We won't disobey, won't disobey. Rather fuck ICE, fuck ICE. We're still right here, right here. Where you rather fuck ICE, we won't disobey. Where you rather fuck ICE, we're still right here, right here. We see you, we remember, and we are not afraid.
Hell the
Hey, they can never erase us. Shit.
hell the fuck no, they can't.
That's it. Black
All right.
liberation forever, man.
Absolutely. So tell her who you are and why we're here.
My name is Rig, aka U.S. Army Overlord, and I'm here to let these people know you can destroy this street, but you will never destroy the fucking movement that created this street. You can never destroy us. Black history is American history. We're woven into the fabric of society, and they can't do a goddamn thing to stop us. I don't give a fuck how many executive orders that fell in rights. He can never fucking erase our history. That's right, baby. Do your fucking job, Congress. Do your fucking job. Resist or resign. Resist or fucking resign. Do your fucking job.
Black, 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 black. I love being black. Black, 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 black. I love being black. Black, 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 black. I love being black. Black, 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 black. being black. Yeah.
What up, people? Welcome to the Antifa War Room. My name is Rig. We're going to be chopping it up tonight, talking about a lot of deep shit that's going on really within the country. For black people, it's nothing new, though. I think many people are really horrified seeing ICE act like modern-day slave catchers, murdering people in broad daylight, blowing people's brains out in broad daylight, and then covering it up. But unfortunately, this is the American way. This is, you see people on this shirt and many other shirts like this, because you have a system that has been designed to oppress people. And we've talked about it, and black people have been ignored for centuries, generations. And so now those chickens have really come home to roost. One of my videos, the one I'm showing like Black history, I do a shout out to Christopher Donor. Right. And some people like upset. They're like shocked. They're clutching their pearls like, why would you shout him out? He's a murderer. Is he, though? Is he? Because the LAPD will like to tell you some things about that man. But if anybody know the LAPD, come on, bro. Listen, I'm from Long Beach, California. And I could absolutely tell you that I will believe almost anybody over the LAPD. Because the LAPD has been one of the most racist police departments I've ever seen. Chief Daryl Gates, one of the most racist police chiefs I've ever seen in my life. And these guys have really weaponized laws against black people. And really just marginalized communities in general. And it's all been a facade, man. It's been a facade. What up, people? It's been a facade for years that the cops are here to serve and protect. Who? They're here to serve and protect the ruling class. But no police officer has ever made my life better. People are like, well, how would you be without cops? Well, shit. LA riot, I was without cops. I didn't have to deal with them then. So we're going to get into it tonight. I'm going to do really a deep dive in not only Christopher Donor, but I'm going to show you about the corruption in the LAPD, what's happened with that organization. So, I mean, at this point, if you still believe in the cops are the good guys, you are a victim of propaganda. Straight up. ICE is just another law enforcement agency, like they're saying. If you go look at the white supremacists and you go look at the Trumpers, they're calling ICE law enforcement. So there you have it, right? And we know that ICE does not have jurisdiction over American citizens. They don't care. They're doing that shit anyway, right? Cops been doing this shit for years. They've been doing hella dirt, guys, and that's why we are here now. That is why we're dealing with what we're dealing with. So if you guys are enjoying our content, remember, I don't get paid a dime. Live streaming, I don't get paid anywhere on no platform as of yet. Whether my stuff goes 3 views or 3 million views, I get $0. If you want to help me, here in the Antifa War Room, you can scan the QR code. The current one up is my GoFundMe. On my other apps, it's at US Army Overlord. That is my Venmo. Money sign US Army Overlord is my Cash App. And the other things are in there. So this is this is gonna be a class, right? I want to basically tell you, yes, I have my own stories about cops, but we're gonna go past that. We're gonna show you documented cases of what these police officers have been doing. And we're going to start with Christopher Donor because that's the epicenter of this thing right now. People are like, well, hey, why do you do that? You said, where do my loyalties lie? Black liberation. That's where my loyalties lie. Who should my loyalties lie with? Right? Who should my loyalties lie with? ICE? The LAPD? You tell me. I'm forever fuck ICE, honestly. It's forever fuck ICE. It's forever fuck the police. I mean, I thought that was obvious. The reason why I'm here right now is because of the murder of George Floyd. That's the reason why I'm here. George Floyd murder tells you everything you know about America. You watch the police officer. Somebody said Jim Crow Jesus. Please, I don't deal with Jim Crow Jesus. This man was murdered in broad daylight by a police officer on video for the world to see. And you got people right now that will still tell you that he died of an overdose. So you know the white supremacists will tell you he died of an overdose. And people who seek the truth will know that he was murdered by a police officer. Period. It's that simple. Even on with overwhelming evidence, you don't know if the cop go beat it or not. And so that's how we're here. That's why you got ICE out here using them same systems of oppression they've used against black people for years. Let's get into it. And I'll be dropping my shirts and stuff online. You guys can check them out. We'll talk about some of that. But look, at the end of the day, guys, this is where we are with this. I don't think it's going anywhere. What up, people? What up? What up? Like I said, LAPD corrupt as hell. But you ain't got to take my word for it, man. You ain't got to take my word for none of that, of what the LAPD been doing. It's not just the LAPD. It's really across America. Under ideal circumstances, the federal government was supposed to serve as a check on police powers that's been corrupt, but that's all depending on who running the country. The more racist the president is, the more racist that Congress and corrupt the Congress and those things are. So, you know, the federal government is nothing now. The federal government, we warned about this, though. Right? We warned about all of that. We warned about what will happen if they implement Project 2025, and people did not take it seriously. So now you are here. And that's why we are going through this current timeline, because, hey, this is what's happening. Let's get into it, though. I want y'all to see it for yourselves. And let's call him the Black Punisher, baby.
Meet Christopher Dorner, the person that is possibly the closest thing we've ever had to Frank Castle, the Punisher. Chris Dorner was a Navy Reserve lieutenant that was honorably discharged and became LAPD. When this guy was in pilot school, he found a bag of $8,000 and turned it into the police, saying he was taught integrity. But after joining the LAPD and seeing his partner use excessive force on someone who was handcuffed who suffered from schizophrenia, he reported it and was fired. Despite plenty of evidence showing his claim was true, they fired him, saying that he filed a false report. He went through all the proper channels to try to appeal it, but the system sided with the LAPD. It wasn't long after he posted a manifesto online and said he was going to take action because the LAPD was far worse than it was during Rodney King. He went on a targeted shooting spree and ended up killing 4 people and injuring 3. He later died in a cabin that was set on fire during a standoff with the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. He died from a self-inflicted wound. This is what happens when good cops actually report bad cops. And this is why people say all cops are bastards.
That's it. 1312, baby. This is why we say 1312. Because the institution itself is corrupt. You have to understand, the United States of America has the most people in prison per capita in the world. Why? Because under the 13th Amendment, slavery is still legal in this country. This is why they have the for-profit prison systems. This is why they have these cops doing such egregious acts. And I don't have to give you a long drawn-out history lesson. We could talk about recent history. If you look at the Watts riots, the LA riots, the Move bombing, all of that centers around corrupt cops and police brutality. Why do you think Black Lives Matter formed in the first place? It really formed because they kept allowing people. They allowed a neighborhood watch guy, George Zimmerman, to go down here and hunt down Trayvon Martin and blow him away. And the corrupt system took care of him because of the racism. So when George Floyd and all these other people started getting smoked, man, it really just added nitroglycerin to the shit. And that's why you had, Black Lives Matter become a worldwide movement here that sprang up from the States because of the police brutality. And what has changed? Nothing. These cops are still corrupt, man. They have commission after commission after commission. Even after the stuff that happened in the 70s. They have a commission, and if anybody want to go over anything that I'm showing you guys tonight, it is in my Discord under 1312. So I have the reports there. I have the TikTok videos that I'm using. All you got to do is go in there and check that out because, listen, it's working as intended. The police department was never here to help individuals. It's here to serve the corporate overlords. It's here to serve the politicians. And that is on blatant display now. ICE is Trump's personal army. It is just another iteration of brutality. It just now is done for everybody. Now even white people can get it. So that's why people look horrified, but we've been trying to tell y'all for centuries. Generation after generation. How do you think they burned down Black Wall Street? How did they destroy Rosewood? How do you think the Red Summer happened of 1919? The Red Summer was basically the lynching Olympics across the states. Hung soldiers in their uniform. Because America never could get past this racism. The slave catchers are nothing more than that. They talk about policing and all of this, man. You got these, man, listen, you got some of the most corrupt cops in the world in America. Openly corrupt. They're just gangsters with badges and guns. That's it. And it's just not my opinion. Those are facts. You can read the commission reports I'm going to show you. And you can hear the reports that I show you. Well, you can read some of them here because some of them I have to be creative on how I bring them up. But this is what is happening in the country. ICE is just another spinoff of the so-called law enforcement. But is ICE protecting you, or are these cops protecting you from ICE? Right? So people think that these cops are here to, or these ICE, or the cops are here to serve and protect you. My question is, have they protected you from ICE? So when ICE blew these people's brains out in broad daylight, or they home invaded you and you called the cops, what did the cops tell you to do? When these guys came outside your doors and kicked your doors in and dragged your loved ones off, violating their Fourth Amendment rights and violating all their constitutional rights they had, what did the police department tell you? All right? Not a damn thing, because they're not here to help you. Those slave catchers are not here to help you. They're on the same team as ICE. And that's just what it is, man. And after January 6th, and after the pardon of all these corrupt individuals, now you see it on full display. There are open criminal white supremacist gangs inside of ICE. But there were gang members inside the LAPD. What are we even talking about here, man? Let's get into it. I want y'all to see how deep this shit goes, man.
In the aftermath of George Floyd's death, some cities experienced rioting and looting. The same thing happened 60 years prior in the 1960s after black people were fed up with continued police abuse in their communities and the government not doing anything about it. One of those times was in August of 1965 when the black neighborhood of Watts in Los Angeles, California had 6 days of rioting and social unrest.
My mother was in that riot. She was in the Watts riot, and I was in the LA riots in the 90s.
It all started because of a black man named Marquette Fry, who was stopped by the police on suspicion of drunk driving. What should have been a routine traffic stop escalated into an event that would change Watts and the country forever. On August 11, 1965, Marquette Fry was pulled over by the police. At first, things were going fine. And then someone called Marquette's mother, Rena Fry, and told her what was going on. She came to the location of the stop, and that's when things spiraled out of control. A struggle ensued, and the police ended up using force on Marquette to arrest him. A crowd formed, and over a dozen police cars responded. The police ended up using excessive force on Marquette, his mother Rena, and his brother Ronald, as well as many bystanders. As the police tried to leave, people threw rocks at their cars. Soon, an all-out riot began. It lasted 6 days. Over 1,000 buildings were damaged or destroyed, and 1,000 people were injured, and 34 people lost their life. The National Guard had to be called in to restore order. The Watts riot was not just about the stop and arrest of the Fry family. It was about black people being tired of being racially profiled, tired of excessive force, tired of inadequate protection in their community. Black people were just fed up, and no one was listening to them. It should come to you as no surprise that more riots continued to happen after Watts. Racial tension caused riots all across the country between 1964 and 1968. The most devastating riots occurred in Detroit, Cleveland, and Newark. There were more than 200 violent disorders in 1967 alone, and most, if not all of these, were caused by interactions between black citizens and white police officers. In 1968, President Lyndon Johnson responded to the racial unrest by creating the National Advisory Commission on Civil Disorders, also known as the Kerner Commission, after its chairman, former Illinois Governor Otto Kerner. The commission investigated what was the cause of the riots. It released a 426-page report and laid bare the problem in America.
Hey, if you want a copy of the Kerner report, it's in my Discord. The entire over 400-page document that they talked about, right? This is back in 1968 that they're telling you exactly what the problem is with policing in America.
The famous line from the report was that there were two societies in America, one black and one white, separate and unequal. And it said that the abrasive relationship between the police and black communities was the major source of tension and the cause of the unrest, and that it was always the police actions that started an incident. If you were to read this report today, you would think that it was talking about the state of black life as it presently exists. I encourage anyone who is interested in learning more about systemic injustice against black people to read this report. The report not only talked about police brutality, but more generally about how racism and segregation prevented black people from getting ahead, while others continued to advance with ease. The commission made numerous recommendations. It called for the full integration of black citizens into mainstream American life through huge government investment in black communities to help bring about equality. It recommended that the state of policing be changed to ensure that black people are treated with dignity and with justice and treated equally. It said that policing should be changed to eliminate excessive force practices. Do you know how many of these recommendations were actually implemented for black people?
So that's a question, guys. Before we go any further, how many of the Kerner Commission's recommendations do you think America implemented? This is your time to drop it in the comments. How many of these recommendations were done? Anybody? Does anybody have the answer? You guessed it. Not one of them. Zero. Because America doesn't give a fuck about black people, man. Zero.
None of them. But this is the story of being black in America. Injustice followed by an investigation and a report that recommends a path forward. The problem is the path always leads to the same location, more injustice. The 1991 beating of Rodney King was followed by a report from the Christopher Commission. Nothing changed. We can go all the way back to 1919 when a commission was established to investigate the race riots after a black teen named Eugene Williams lost his life. Nothing changed. Chicago released the Police Accountability Task Force report in 2016 after the death of Laquan McDonald. Nothing changed. The conclusion that black people are treated unjustly is not new. This country knows what the problem is, and it has been told numerous times how to fix it. The recommendation has always been the same: justice and equality. So far, we've yet to see this country accept those recommendations.
Flat out. And that's why we are here now. You have ICE invaders blowing people's brains out in broad daylight because you allowed this to happen to the black community for centuries. Period. American corruption knows no equal on earth right now. You have a man himself who was personally indicted multiple times, convicted of 34 felonies, P3DO, all the most vile shit you could think of. Him and his cabal of Christian nationalists who are in the closet are doing all of this. So that is why we're here. That is why we're going through all of this shit, because they don't care. And now they're openly corrupt. You see what we're talking about here? They're openly corrupt. And that's America, man. That is America. Open corruption. So the only people who are cheering on the police are the white supremacists and those who have been fooled by the propaganda. That's why I'm Team Dorner all day long. At least he fought back against them, and other people decided to fight back against them, so be it. But that's why you see that the corruption is total, right? There really isn't you're going to have to toss this whole thing sooner or later. As long as you allow, I know, just say it. He don't want to say it. He thinks he's going to get a rise out of me, but he's not. The demons out here they love the police brutality because as long as the blue is beating the brakes off the black, they back the blue. The moment that the blue is trying to hold the line, like on January 6th, then they hate the cops. They hate the cops then. But as long as the cops are beating the hell out of black and brown people, they're good with it. So you cannot trust these demons. That's why it's team donor all day. I don't care. If people getting their feelings about that, this man, every video you seen him, every picture he took, he was smiling. He was really an honest individual. Turned in thousands of dollars. And what did they fire that black man for? For simply reporting excessive abuse. Remember, they'll let you murder people and not turn you in. And I'm going to tell you about that because all you got to do is say 2 words, baby. Rampart Division. Do you realize Rampart Division is one of the most corrupt police forces in America? The shit that the Rampart Division did, man. They made movies about it. Shit, Training Day was a documentary, baby. The Shield was actually made because of the Rampart Division. Openly corrupt. The Rampart Division, we're going to get into it tonight. I'm going to tell you all about the Rampart Division. That's why comedians used to joke and say, hey, sprinkle a little crack on them. The Rampart Division did all kind of shit. They worked with the gangs. They worked with Suge Knight. They ordered hits and stuff on people. They did bank robberies. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? You got cops doing bank robberies, yo. Knocking off, working inside the banks. So we're going to talk about the Rampart Division. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, bro, Rampart, please, man. Listen, I knew cops straight told me to my face, hey, N, who you think they're going to believe, you or me? And he was right. I was just a young, poor little kid in the ghetto. Whatever that fucking cop said, that's what they go believe. They was openly corrupt even then. And what has changed? What has changed? Not a damn thing, man. Because these people benefit from that system. America has always been on this racial hierarchy. Rich white people, rich white men at the top of that list. And then, you know, after the rich people, then you go on down, blacks on the bottom. Blacks and natives. Natives probably not even a category for natives anymore. But that's just facts. That's the cold truth of this shit. This is who they are, man. And listen, if you look today, man, look at the federal government. The federal government is openly corrupt. They're not even hiding that shit. Remember, during Trump's first term, black FBI agents were scared to go on missions with white officers because they feared for their own safety. Do you understand? This is how crazy that shit is. If y'all just seen a report, a black Marine, somehow fell overboard during a drug interdiction operation. Now, why the fuck the Marine Corps is chasing so-called drug boats is a mystery to me, because that is not in the military's purview to go chase after drug boats. So you got a corrupt government who is using the military corruptly. And you got imbeciles running it. And now a black Marine lost his life out here at sea. And you supposed to just take these demons' word for it. This is why I didn't let my son join the Air Force. Because I knew once that demon got in office, that's it, man. The military and the federal government is openly hostile to black people right now. As there's no sense of even denying that. But let's get into it, guys. I'm going to show you some of this video. You're going to have to read it for obvious reasons because of where the source of where I got it from. But I want to be narrating and talking to you guys for the whole thing. I will also be showing you guys some of the merch. And you guys support the live stream with some of that. But let's really get into the absolute corruption of the Rampart Division. Yes, the Rampart Division, man. Woo! Right? So, remember, they had Crash, this anti-gang unit that's supposed to be doing so much dirt, but man, these guys are really doing dirt. 70 police officers got wrapped up in this, right? So everything from perjury to plant evidence on people to, you know, drug dealing to bank robberies and cover-ups. Only 24 of these officers were found guilty. Even the ones that found guilty, right? 7 retired, 5 got fired, but nobody really went out here and did no time like that. Do you understand? This is how corrupt the report division was, man. And these supposed to be the police on that gangland shit. The police themselves were the gangsters. The police themselves were the ones running missions. The reason why, listen, they had to pay out millions of dollars too, from fines and other stuff they've been doing from excessive force. But these guys had did hella dirt. And it really went up all the way to the politics, man, of it. They showed you everything. Like I told you, man, Chief Daryl Gates was corrupt as hell. Man, he was corrupt. So Rampart is, you know, 1997, now that stuff started picking off. Right? An officer got blasted. Right? Road rage incident. This is really kind of like the catalyst what really started the whole investigation. Because these cops was doing dirt, man. Cops getting blasted. And the cop threw up some gang signs. It was blasting those people, man. So I'm telling you, if you look at this stuff, man, it looks crazy as hell. Right? So you tell me they're talking about, you know, use of force. They studied the case. Like I said, they're saying here, they studied the case for about a year. But come on, man. I know for a fact that even to this day, they have gang members that's inside the LAPD. We've been knowing, right? They had connections even with Suge Knight. Right? Suge Knight, man. These people, because you got to understand, it's about power, man. And the average salary of these cops, it's okay, but they're not going to be making no serious money. And these guys, if you're given a badge, if you're given a gun, if you're given levels of immunity, it's going to corrupt you, man. It's going to corrupt you. And so this stuff has been going on. You know, Rampart, like I said, is spiral out of control. More and more dirt started happening. They started shaking down more people. But you talking about a bank robbery, man? This is like movie shit. LAPD straight knocked off hundreds of thousands of dollars, man, at a bank. And they know it was an inside job because the bank had more money than was supposed to have that was deposited. And so 10 minutes after they got the money, one of the clerks' boyfriends who's on the LAPD, he came up with it. He came up with the scheme to get the money. And remember, they stole this money and the money was never recovered. You understand? The money had never been recovered, man. These fools is linked with the Pyrus, linked with all kind of shit. And that just shows you how far the corruption is in this thing. Where you got the LAPD themselves robbing banks, getting away clean with the money, right? Remember, the money was never recovered. Training Day is kind of based on the Rampart Division. The movie The Shield is based on the Rampart Division. So if you go look at this, and I said, I got the reports, man. You can go read the reports, guys. I have a Rampart Division report that really breaks this all down, but I'm showing you guys like the official video right now from it. All these officers in here, man, that's corrupt as hell. Excessive force. Dope dealing. It is wild, man. It's wild to show you how far that these police officers went. There is no line, right? These dudes was, listen, they stole cocaine, man. What are we talking about? 6 pounds, bro? They stole 6 pounds and they selling this shit. police officers moving yayo and selling it. Do you understand how deep the corruption is? What are we talking about here, man? Officers stealing their own supply of the dope and then slanging it. And then you got demons talking about fentanyl Floyd. Good luck, man. Look, one thing I'm gonna tell you, I'm not here for demons. I understand that demons are gonna lie just like they've been doing. But you cannot tell me that the LAPD is not one of the most corrupt police forces in the world. They are. They literally got movies that came out here. Like I said, well, your boy finally got a damn award, right? He got an Academy Award after Denzel Washington finally got that Academy Award after playing that crooked ass cop. This is what they do, and this is who they are. The people who tell you the propaganda, these cops are here to serve and protect. You're gonna see throughout American history that these guys are gangsters themselves. People had to start forming gangs in the streets to protect themselves from the crooked ass cops. Come on, man. Listen, they had to flip, right? One of them got flipped. He flipped against the rest of the cops. That's why this damn case blew wide open. Now, they said they will forgive all of his crimes except anything linking them to murder. Huge ass scandal. Matter of fact, let me pull it up and show y'all. While we talking and while I got the video streaming here, I'm gonna pull this up. Remember, guys, under 1312, you cannot reform this. Let me pull this damn thing up, man. So you got 371 pages. Rampart area corruption incident. This is labeled back of March of 2000. So really 26 years ago. Just under 26 years ago. And they break this all down. Everything that you're seeing in here of what's happening. The crash units, you know, the officer involved shootings, everything, man. They laid it all out. Remember, this stuff kicked off back in 1997. Shit, I was still a soldier and I was still overseas then. Now, let me tell you, hey, I got the number wrong. The bank robbery, they clipped the bank robbery for $722,000. $722,000. The LAPD robbed the bank successfully for $722,000. What the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? Do you understand how corrupt this is? And you ain't got to take my word for it. You can go look at the commission. You can go look at the commission right now. I'm giving you these figures from page 1 of the document, but it's really about page 10 inside the whole report. So what are we talking about, man? You got police officers doing bank robberies. They damn near clipped $1 million. The money was never recovered, mind you. Never fucking recovered, man. And like I said, the bank had more money than it was supposed to have. You know, one of the clerks ordered it. So that's why it was suspicious, because it was an inside job. People like, how the hell you gonna know somebody get hit like this? They got people, man, false imprisonment, beating of arrestees. That for that cocaine. What are we talking about here? This is straight gangster shit. This is gangster shit, people. This is GTA 5 shit. Hey, right here they say GTA Los Santos. Right, this is what we talking about, man. And so, who can give the cops a clean slate? You tell me what the LAPD is doing today. Do they not have gangs inside of there? They got to smoke people to get a part of it? Come on, man. Let's get it. So they breaking it down all through 1998, man, the shit they've been doing. Perez out here, hey, doing hella licks. I'm telling you guys, that shit is wild. And like I said, if you guys want the report, man, we can bring that bad boy up, do a deep dive. You can check that bad boy out for yourself. Right? You can check that report out for yourself. A 371-page report. And what has happened to the LAPD after that? Not a damn thing. LAPD still corrupt as fuck today, man. They still corrupt, man. The only difference between them and the other gangsters is these gangsters are being paid. They're being paid for by the state. And now you got federal gangs. ICE is a federal gang. Out here shaking people down, man. Graping and doing all kind of stuff. Listen, man, I tell you, man, I could never be a police officer. That's one thing I told my sons. Don't do it, man. Do not join them slave catchers, man. These boys are slave catchers. Rampart Division, you can go read that document. You can go check out documentaries. But the 371-page report tells you, it lays it out how corrupt these boys were. Stealing that yayo. You got cops slanging yayo they stole, man. You got cops doing armed robberies, man. Planting drugs on people. Cops doing this shit. So what are we talking about here, man? The corruption is off the fucking scale. So when you tell me who I'm gonna believe, Chris Dorner or the LAPD, I believe Chris Dorner all day, man. This man had $8,000 and he turned it in. And what did they fire this guy for? They fired him because he reported another officer for excessive abuse. These guys were robbing banks, bro. And remember, 70 of them got hit up. Only like 23 got clipped. They went on to do more shit. Some of them was forced to retire. You breaking the law, you robbing banks, you shaking down people, you slanging yayo, and you forced to retire. What are we talking about here, man? The corruption is off the fucking scale. They literally made movies and video games based on the Rampart Division. And like I said, man, if you want to go in there, everything from their hiring issues, right? It reads just like ICE. So I'm telling you, man, this shit is wild. If you look at this stuff, man, these guys know no limit on their crimes. Like I said, if you want to read the full report, it's called The Board of Inquiry into the Rampart Area Corruption Incident. It's 371 pages. In my Discord is called Union Gang HQ. Link is in the bio. Open fucking corruption, man. Police officers robbing banks, bro. Successfully doing these. Listen, cops are doing heists. Damn near cracked that bank in the head for $1 million. $722,000 got successfully robbed. They did not recover the money. Same shit happening right now in Congress, right? Trump himself is suing his own government so he can get more money. Do you understand why people are rooting for the average person? The cops are the criminals. What are we talking about here, man? This is documented cases of stuff. But hold on, you ain't got to take my word for it. Hold on. Let me help y'all out, man. But wait, there's more. When I tell you that this stuff is racial and how deep it goes, man, let me show you about stuff I covered years ago about the corrupt police chief who bragged about smoking other black people, right? This dude got 13 confirmed kills, and he's telling you how you could smoke somebody in cold blood and he'll help you plant the evidence. This is a police chief. Remember, after all this shit came out, and we're talking about Lexington. I'm about to tell you about Lexington Police Department in Mississippi, how dirty these boys been moving. He only lost the vote by 1. Okay, I'm gonna play this shit for you. The police chief we talking about, he only lost the fucking vote by 1 to be removed.
Hooker released an audio recording from April. He says the conversation is between him and Dobbins, who at the time was his police chief. Hooker accuses Dobbins of creating a stressful and toxic work environment.
I just got to the point where you're not doing the people right, you're not doing me right, so therefore let me expose you for what you are, who you are. And that's how it happened.
We obtained the audio. In the recording, Hooker says you can hear Dobbins using the N-word.
Let me explain something to you. Come on. You're going to get in some in the street. And there's only going to be one man fighting for you. All right? Yeah. That's going to be me. Okay? Don't ever ruin that. All right? Because these other they'll let you fry. Okay?
As well as him speaking about people he's shot and killed as an officer.
I killed 13 men in my career. Okay? Justified. Huh? In my career, I have shot and killed in the line of duty 13 different people.
You just shot so many.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Justified, bro.
Okay.
Ask
You see him? He is bragging about smoking 13 people. The chief of police got 13 bodies on him. Justified, bro. Justified. Oh my God, man. What the fuck are we talking about? Cops?
around. They ain't gonna tell you no. Got a big corn shootout, man. The cornfield over there. Jimmy Dale Thomas, he worked it. Justified, bro. I shot that in 100.
Every time you hear the beep, he dropping the N word with the hard R. He said I shot that in 119 times. 119 times, man, and beat it.
19 times. Okay? I don't give a if you kill a with a cold blood.
Right.
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will articulate to fix the problem. And I'm the only man in the business here that's smart enough to do it.
Now, he telling you when he says he gonna articulate to fix the problem, that's what we call that LAPD shit. Right? No matter, hey, you go plant the weapons on them, you go plant the dope on them, you go set the scene up. Training day shit right here. This is straight training day shit. Do you understand? Remember, all this guy is caught on tape. A black officer records the chief of police saying this shit. And even after this, guys, the chief of police only lost the fucking vote by 1. He only lost the vote by 1, man. That's how corrupt it is. If you can hand over here, I got you. Is my hand out here? Thank you, my love. You are the greatest. Thank you. Oh man, I'm telling you, it is next level shit, guys. So when I tell you about this corruption, man, remember, I am not telling you something based on my feelings. The people in this shirt you see, most of these people got smoked by cops. Some just got smoked by good old boys. We all know this. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd. There are so many more people. Hell, I was protesting with my boy Jolly. They got, what's his name? They shot him 98 times. Jason Walker. He was running away. Cops got him like a firing squad. 98 shots. Boom, 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 boom. All them cops went back to work. All them cops went right back to work after shooting somebody 98 fucking times. The chief of police right here said he shot her in 119 times. Not a day in jail. So when you tell me that you believe the cops, you either complicit or you stupid. These guys are openly corrupt. They're not even hiding it. This man was caught on tape doing this. Because this is who they are. But listen, you ain't got to take my word for it. Do I got another one of these videos? Because, I could do this shit all week, man, honestly. There's another one here. I don't think I got that one moved over. I may have to plug my damn phone up and take a look and see if I got that one. But out of Oklahoma, if y'all remember the guy out of Oklahoma, the sheriff, he talked about smoking the reporters, man. and he missed being able to go lynch Negroes. Right? And he kept his fucking job. He kept his job. He did not step down. Matter of fact, hold on, man. Fuck that. Let's do this on the fly. Let me see if I can, because obviously that's one of the videos I'm not. I'm telling you, man, listen, this dude bragged on tape, man, because the reporters secretly recorded him. And he reminisced about being able to lynch Negroes, told you where he did it at, and kept his fucking job, man. So please don't come telling me the cops are the good guys. Please don't come telling me, don't get mad about Christopher. Christopher Dorner was doing the Lord's work, man. Period. As a police officer, he fought back against them, doing the same shit they did to us. And that's just the reality of the situation, man. Let me see. Let me pull up this other thing here. Let me pull this shit up because this is wild. I'm gonna let this populate and I'm gonna pull it up. Because I want you to hear these guys in their own words, man. So therefore, it's not me saying it. It's not me trying to, corrupt this. You can hear these police officers in their own words show you how dirty they are. I don't know if we're waiting on karma, man, because karma moving kind of slow, honestly. It's moving kind of slow. To keep it 1,000. These guys been doing this shit for years and getting away with it. Centuries and getting away with it. Let me see if I can find the one. See if I can find this shit. Which one is it? Damn it. Hold on. This might be it right here. Now, I don't have the captioning yet, guys, because I didn't refine this video yet, unfortunately. But we just gonna move that shit over. I'm gonna let you guys hear it right now. Let y'all hear the crazy shit. All right. Let's get it. I'll let you hear it I'll let you hear the news story.
Back in 1997, were identified. Now, the allegation of officers include. Right now at 6, a shocking recording of a speech allegedly made at the LA Police Academy. And now the LAPD confirms an investigation into the circumstances surrounding that recording. Now, part of the conversation was about shooting and killing off-duty officer Kevin Gaines. The shooting set off a series of events that eventually resulted in the LAPD's Rampart scandal back in 1997.
The newly revealed audio recording brings the scandal right back into the headlines. NBC4's Patrick Healy has been going over that recording. And Patrick, what have you found?
Chuck and Kathy, other portions of the recording include disparaging remarks about LAPD commanders, disparaging remarks about individuals who were identified by their ethnicity. Now, the allegation is that these statements were made by an LAPD detective named Frank Liga, not in a private conversation, but before a room full of officers, including one who...
All right, they cut that short. I gotta find the video where the guy is talking about it. But if you go look up the guy in Oklahoma, he's the one that was bragging about it, and he kept his job. So you gotta understand, Oklahoma went totally red for Trump, and so the corruption is real, man. So when you tell me the police, it doesn't mean anything, right? Very few cops are really honorable like that because the system itself corrupts you. Honorable cops don't last long, especially if you black. If you straight-laced, you ain't got no business being no fucking cop. Because they're going to dirty you up. You're going to have to start doing dirt out here. And let me tell you, the guy who I just showed you earlier, who shot 119 times, and he lost the vote by 1, they went back and retaliated against the black people in Lexington, Mississippi. Oh, they went on a rampage. Matter of fact, I got the report in there. Right, I got the report, and we could talk about that shit too because it really was dirty. Listen, you got a lot of these police officers are small cops, small-time cops. The police force is about 10 people. So these guys can do what the fuck they want, especially if the federal government is not providing oversight. They literally raping black women, shaking them down. They literally going inside people's houses, whooping their ass, tasing them till they pass out. They got mass graves out here in Mississippi. They had this whole ass commission they did. I'll show you the video. It's like a 20-minute video where they talking and yapping and shit back under Biden. And guess what? When Trump got his ass back in there, radio silence. Radio silence. I got a report sitting right here, a 47-page report from September 26, 2024, talking about the detailed violence that these cops did against black people. All type of shit, man. They chased a black man through a field, tased them 9 times. Do you understand me? They tased them 9 times for running until he was frothing at the mouth. And then they joked, right? They joked and said that one of the cops was like, damn, one of my probes hit him in the head. The guy had a mental disability. And this is what they did to him. They tased him 9 times. Now, this is not Overlord's opinion. This is documented in front of you. Under the findings report, Lexington Police Department. This is what's been found at the federal level. Let me tell you, too, the Civil Rights Division opened this case up against them. Does anybody know what happened to the Civil Rights Division now under Trump? Does anybody know what happened to the Civil Rights Division, the Federal Civil Rights Division? What happened to that organization under Trump? That's right. Not only did he dismantle it, he said, hey, we're going to investigate reverse discrimination. He said that the Civil Rights Division is going to now investigate reverse discrimination. Do you understand the corruption from these demons, man? This is how far they go. So all the dirt that they did here in Lexington, they got away with that shit now. Do you understand? These cops can do what the fuck they want. They can go right back to raping black women. They can go right back to shaking these people down, taking all their money. Because there's nothing stopping them now. Shit, they might call for reinforcements from ICE. Hell, they might work with ICE and join with ICE and do even more dirt. So you need to understand, man, this shit is serious shit. 47-page report here showing you how corrupt these guys are, showing you how dirty they are, man. People talking about the police. Man, fuck the police, bro. Fuck the police. I could have stayed in the hood if I wanted to join the gang. This is why I don't want, and thank God I didn't fuck with the FBI. Openly corrupt, openly racist. These boys doing GTA 6 style heists. These boys robbed the bank for $722,000. Don't ever talk to me about the fucking police being the good guys. They gang banging. They just got a shield, a badge and a shield. If you knocked off a bank for $722,000, that's gang activity. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about here? So understand the corruption is absolute now. These little towns don't stand a chance. Lexington, Mississippi, they don't stand a chance anymore down there. Here, matter of fact, let me show you some of this while we're here. I'm gonna let you guys read the full video. Y'all can read from this why I'm showing you what's happening here. So they hear this is back when Biden had the Justice Department, right? Instead of leaning into it, instead of going out here and really getting people like, you know, a Barracuda as your AG, he got guarded. So they pussyfooted around and really didn't do shit. So a black woman basically said, they violate your rights, you ain't got no rights. See, black people been knowing in Mississippi, man. You don't have rights as a black person. They do what they want to you. There ain't nothing you can do. You can't go out. There is no recourse because now the federal government is corrupt. There ain't shit you can do. Even under when Biden was there, they was doing dirt. But it's not like Biden went down there and had like the federal government go in and go arrest these people. And there you got both sides of the same coin. So it just shows you that these people are corrupt, man. That police department should have been wiped, squad wiped. But guess what? The mayor was cool with it. Because when they asked the mayor, well, why does these cops go after black people so much? They said, well, black people in Lexington, they commit more crime. That's why the cops are doing these things to them. So what are we talking about? Right. So if they telling you, if you got corrupt ass politicians telling you that black people commit more crime, which we know is a lie, that's why these guys are out here doing this shit to black women. Listen, this little town, one of the poorest towns in Mississippi, the Lexington Police Department racked up $1.7 million. $1.7 million in crime. Hold on. Let me pause this so you can hear the words coming out of my mouth. The Lexington Police Department fined this black little town $107 million fucking dollars in one of the poorest neighborhoods. Do you understand? They came in there, arrested people for having tinted windows, came in there and shook people down, raped black women in their own homes. And ain't shit happened to them. Not a goddamn thing happened to them. So I just need you to understand, when we talk about police corruption, this is what I'm talking about. We need 100,000 Christopher Journalists. What are we talking about here, man? Who believes that the police are the good guys? And once again, I'm not telling you this shit. You can go look at the fucking police reports. You can go look at this. I've done the work for you. You go to my Discord, you can go read it for yourself. You ain't got no rights in Lexington, Mississippi if you black. That's what the residents are telling you. It's crazy out here.
Cause if he get elected, the price on that P going up, it gotta get collected. That thing go from 33 to
So now you guys understand by seeing what ICE is doing. They've been doing this to black people. They've been doing this to black people. So I'm gonna quote another guy here who's been working with the police department. He says, "I've been doing this a long time, but I've never experienced the brutality that I have in this little town. I've never seen stuff like this." Do you understand? They're able to do this because they don't have oversight. So these little small towns with 10 and 15 police officers, they can act like gods in that bitch. They can run through and do what they want with impunity. Who gonna stop them? The federal government encourages it. That's the issue, man. This is why we're going through this shit right here. I need y'all to understand that's how dirty it is. That's how dirty these guys are. So while they have these commissions and these people come in here and give you these 20-minute reviews and shit, remember that not one of these cops were held accountable. All the stuff they're talking about right now, not one of these cops are being held accountable. And now they can do what they want. So when Trump talk about unlimited immunity, that's what they're talking about. ICE get unlimited immunity and police officers get unlimited immunity. As long as you crushing black and brown people, you can do what you want. Bank robbery, home invasion. So when ICE is doing this to people, no one should be surprised because they've been doing this to us. It is crazy, man, how much dirt they've been doing, man.
They said it was about law.
Right here, it tells you that they consistently violate people's rights during stops, searches, and uses excessive force.
It's fascism in broad
The LPD,
daylight.
Lexington Police Department, aggressively polices low-level crimes and traffic offenses. They doing this for low-level traffic offenses, just like ICE do. Hey, they violate your constitutional rights just like ICE. They actually assault you while in uniform, just like who? ICE. That is page 10. That is page 10 of the 47-page report. Remember, the Civil Rights Division don't even exist anymore. So they're not going to document any of this shit anymore now. Now these cops can do what the fuck they want to. There is no check on their power now. Because you have a criminal running the executive branch in the White House. And so all crimes are legal. So the only thing you got to protect yourself is your own shit. Period. This is why I don't have no respect for the police department as a whole, as an institution. Fuck the police as an institution. They've never been here to help black people. And they're not going to save you either. They have no constitutional orders to protect individual people. They're here to serve the corporate overlord. And listen, let me show you. Let me show you how chicken shit these guys are. They arrested a black dude because he bought a cup of coffee, right? He refilled the cup of coffee. They arrested his ass for refilling his cup of coffee after he bought one. Do you understand what's happening here, man? So after that police chief had to resign, they retaliated against the people in Lexington. Arrests went from 70 arrests to 370 arrests in 2019 to 375 people arrested in 2022 and 294 in 2023. That shit is why Biden was in office. They was doing this dirt. And because the Democrats was weak and wouldn't go after this shit, they let that shit flourish. They let white people form the Powerpuff Boys and the Oath Breakers and the 3%ers and the Potato Front and never went to crack down on this shit. They put weak ass Garland in there, man, to waste people's time. And now you got that shit nationwide. Nationwide. Let's get it.
History warns us loud and clear. When fear takes power, the end is near. But freedom's louder, we won't bend. We'll fight this fight until the end.
Listen, they arrested a woman for parking in the handicap spot. She improperly parked in there. Now, this is something you get a ticket for, but what did he tell her? Well, she's supposed to be arrested, so you need to take her ass to jail. Do you understand? That's what the cop told them. The other cop tried to write the ticket. The supervisor told that cop, she is supposed to be arrested, so you need to take her ass to jail. I need you to understand the level of corruption that these officers are doing. I need you to understand that how this is, and this is one state of Mississippi. Imagine how they doing that shit in Mississippi or how they doing that shit in Texas. Imagine how much dirt they doing in Louisiana. Imagine how much dirt they doing in fucking Florida. In these other red states. And Oklahoma, I already showed you about Oklahoma, how they bragged about hanging black people. So I need y'all to understand that when we talk about Christopher Dorner versus the police, well, shit, it's Team Dorner all day, man. Shit, hey, he the Black Punisher, because you got these people who go check these dudes. Who go check these dudes, man? You arresting people for that something that's supposed to be given a ticket. They're arresting people, and then charging even more money. They run up the charges on them. That's how you have one of the poorest people out here for doing dirt. when you hear ICE come in people's houses without warrants and shit, the same shit they was doing down here in LA, in Mississippi. A man had tinted windows. I'm on page 10, page 12 of the overall report here, but it's page 10 of the report. So you can go back and look at this for your damn self if you want to. They chased this man inside of his house for having tinted windows. Tinted fucking windows, man. Broke into his house and tased him for 15 seconds, which is already abuse. Imagine being tased for 15 long ass seconds, man, inside your own house because you had tinted windows. And they ask, where's your warrant? They just push people out the way. They don't need no warrant. They do what they want to. Sound familiar? So when they asked for the warrant, they went ahead and tased his ass for additional 10 seconds. So the man had no idea that he was even being chased. Remember, this is for tinted windows. They went inside your house and violated your rights. I just need you to understand what's happening. It's all about running cash off you. Once you're in the hole, you're never getting out. That's what they talk about in Lexington. They're going to continue to run your ass and keep running the money until you can't get pay anymore. That's how they're squeezing the town for $1.7 million in fines. Open fucking corruption. Just so people understand what we're dealing with here.
This isn't safety. This isn't justice. This is secret police and rental vans.
They're showing you on page 13 how they generate money, how Lexington police generate money. They hit your ass with $50 processing fees every time. No matter what they charge you with, you got to pay the processing fee anyway. And so they keep on running this shit up. It don't matter if you're guilty or not. And so you cannot even get out of prison until you pay these fines. I want to let you know, man. Listen, they went out here and hit these boys for they went from $30,000 in fines a year to $240,000 in 2023. I'm gonna say that shit again for you. In 2022, they went from $30,000 in fines to $240,000 in fines. They making up more than a quarter of their own budget off of finding black people. Do you understand what I'm telling you right now? This is how corrupt the system is. This is how dirty these guys are, man. And let me shut this shit down. Just so you guys understand how dirty this is, man. It is a literal shakedown, guys. It is a literal shakedown. You talking about one of the poorest cities in America, and they hitting you for $240,000 in fines. They taking your ass to jail because you got a second cup of coffee. They kicking in your doors because you had tinted windows. Do you understand how corrupt this shit is? I don't ever want to hear shit about the police. It's forever fuck the police. It's forever fuck the motherfucking police, man. I need people to be clear about that shit. These are not my feelings. I'm telling you straight up what's happening. This is when we had a civil rights division. That shit is over with now. But when we had a civil rights division, this is what they found. Now they're not. Hey, now everybody criminals. Now the cops can do what they want. They focus on poor people. Somebody making minimum wage, man. You shaking their ass down for all these fines. They can't pay that shit. The town had 1,200 people. How the fuck is 1,200 people go pay $1.7 million in fines. They are openly corrupt, man. They're openly corrupt. They illegally stop you for no legal justification. They laying it out how they was doing this shit. Lexington Police Department, guys. This is what they do. They just send you to jail, man. Listen, they arrested people for cussing. How the fuck you get arrested? Lexington, Mississippi, guys. How the fuck you get arrested for cussing? In 2022, officers arrested 20 people for public profanity. One man said, "You got me fucked up." Remember, that's us. That's black people talking, right? You got me fucked up. He mumbled this to himself. They arrested his ass. They arrested this boy for saying, "You got me fucked up." And listen, what did they charge him to get out of jail? $140, bro. He had to pay $140, man, to get out of jail. So when I'm telling you that these officers are just gangsters, they're criminals. You got the LAPD doing fucking GTA 6 heists, stealing $722,000 from people. You got Lexington, Mississippi, shaking down $1.7 million off of one of the most poorest towns in the country. And somehow motherfuckers want to keep talking about law and order. Who? You got a whole ass felon in the White House right now. Law and order for who? Law and order for who, people? And guess what happened to these cops? Nothing. Nothing happened to these cops. All this commission report, that shit over with now. You probably can't even find it anymore. I downloaded that shit back in the day. Because I covered this before. I covered this under Biden. It is crazy as hell, man. They just violate your Fourth Amendment rights. I'm telling you, the same thing that ICE is doing, they've been doing to black people. We're not new to this. They go out here hitting you in the head, making up shit to arrest you for. And it's really disgusting, man. But this it's all about the muscle. It's all about this. So they got these investigative holds they use too to keep you. They can keep you up to 72 hours on an investigative hold. So without no charges at all, they can just leave your ass in there. Sounds familiar? ICE can do the same thing now, right? They say ICE can detain illegal people indefinitely. Where do you think they're getting this shit from? Lexington police can hold you up to 72 hours on an investigative hold. So whatever the fuck they make up, they can just hold your ass there. Right? They say you just being detained, but they can arrest you while they're detaining you. They did this to a black woman. As a matter of fact, they did this shit to a black couple. They arrested some dude. They said that they thought that he was committed a burglary. He never committed any burglary. They held him for 72 hours anyway. And they said that you're being detained, not arrested, even though they arrested his ass. All of these shit is unconstitutional, man. But they don't give a fuck. So the black woman talking about that, she said, who do we call? They are the law. So you don't have any recourse. If you black in Lexington, Mississippi, who the fuck you gonna call? The DOJ? The Civil Rights Division? There is no recourse for you. These cops can do what the fuck they want to you, and they doing it. What you gonna do? Unless you fight back like Christopher Dorner, you go roll over and take that shit. They lie to people. made up shit about drug charges. Held this woman in there, man. So they told them they were going to charge them with felony theft and racketeering for using their own water. So let me show you how dirty this shit is. They said they was using the water in their own house. And the cops went through the bills in the house and said, hey, you behind on your payment. You ain't supposed to be using water. So they arrested them and said they're going to charge for every gallon that's being used. She sat in there for 2 days in jail. 2 days in jail for using water in your own house. So at what point do you go tell me we're going to trust these fucking crooked ass cops? And this is in the report. This is in the DOJ report. When we had a civil rights division, this is what's happened. This is what they found in Lexington, Mississippi. These people are charging you with felonies for using water in your own fucking house. And somehow I'm supposed to tell you that cops are good. If you don't get out of here with that propaganda shit, man, where do you think ICE is learning this shit from, people? We warned you guys of what the fuck will happen, man. These people didn't put themselves on this shirt. Corrupt ass police officers and racist ass demons in this country smoke these people's lives. And they're making people's lives miserable. Now, what do you think they're doing under Trump? They did this shit under Joe Biden. They did this shit under Joe Biden as president. What do you think they're doing now under Trump? What do you think the Lexington Police Department is doing to these people now under Trump? They get to do what the fuck they want to now. Under Trump, they can do whatever they want. There is no repercussions because they didn't even do shit to these boys under Biden. Not one cop went to jail. Not one cop was suspended. Fourth Amendment violations. Excessive force violations. From 2019 to 2023, man. All that shit increased dramatically. They don't give a shit. They illegally search people for traffic violations. Said he ran a stop sign, searched the car. I'm telling you, man, it is absolutely crazy. They tased a teenager till he passed out. So they got into it with some black teenager. He didn't put his hands behind his back fast enough. So they tased him with the taser. Then they took the taser and put it directly over his heart. They took the taser and put the taser directly over his heart and tased him. And so the kid collapsed unconscious. So they tried to kill this dude by tasing his heart directly. Do you understand, man? So I'm just here to tell you what's happening, man. I'm just here to tell you what's happening. This shit happened under Biden. What do you think these cops are doing now? You tell me the cops are the good guys. I tell you it's utter bullshit. I tell you that I didn't even treat enemy soldiers like this in combat. And this is not ICE. This is your local police department. Right? The shit I'm telling you, it's your local fucking police department out here doing this shit to people. Raping black women. Breaking and entering their homes. You got LAPD out here doing GTA 6 heists and robbing banks and shit. Hell, remember that damn cop who checked out in Louisiana? He told you all the dirt they was doing down there before he checked out. But nobody want to hear black people when they tell you what's happening. You don't want to hear us. Now it's a tragedy because they blowing out white women brains in broad daylight. Now it's a tragedy. We've been warning you about the corruption in the system. These police officers don't give a shit about life. How you go? The only thing she did was squad wipe that police department. From the chief of police on down, all they asked should have been fired and blacklisted from ever being in working as a cop again. But shit, they probably iced now. Hell, they probably got promoted in this bitch. I just need you to understand how dirty these guys are doing people. Hey, they got one dude, they tased him 17 times. 17 times, man, till he threw up. He threw up and couldn't even speak. Choking on his own vomit and shit. And the officers said this to the dispatcher, and I quote, "I don't give two fucks about his civil rights." That's what the police officer said about that black man's civil rights. I don't give two fucks about his civil rights. So when these demons tell you to protest peacefully, when these demons tell you it's only a proper way to protest, when these demons tell you you're supposed to respect law enforcement and ICE, now you know what they do. Now you know what these bitches are capable of. And they're doing far worse than that shit now because Trump is back in office. All these officers are cleared. They never spent one day in jail. They still working for Lexington. Do you understand that? They still working for Lexington Police Department. So this is where we are, man. And once again, nobody got to accuse me of shit. You can go read the document. These documents are on my damn Discord under 1312. You cannot reform this. You can see this shit for yourself, what they're doing to people. Their own quotes. They don't give a fuck about it. They don't give a fuck about it. They will beat the hell out you for the sport of it. Now let's get into the sexual harassment, right? Because we know that ICE is out here raping these women while they're in custody. But hey, the original slave catchers been doing that shit to black people. You didn't know they've been doing this shit. One black woman, she fled the state. She said, fuck it. She fled because of the abuse that was happening to her. So on these the police officers express sexual interest in the women during these stops. Now, if you did not accept the officer's advance, they're going to arrest your ass. I'm just telling you right here, man. And listen, he texting them. Listen, so the police officer, well, listen, so they already had her boyfriend arrested. They had her boyfriend arrested already. The cop texted her that she's the finest thing in Lexington. The police officers text this woman that she's the finest thing in custody or the finest thing in Lexington. Now, the woman, this one was scared because she didn't want her boyfriend to pay for it. She didn't want her boyfriend to suffer. So she let him continue doing what he was doing. And remember, I told you, they said they could hold you for 72 hours. They held one black woman for a week. They held her in jail for a week under an investigative hold. A week in jail. Can you imagine that? Probably lose your fucking job while they're in there following you. Now, I'm going to read this shit to you. While he held her in jail, I'm going to tell you what he told her. The only way to get past this is to give me what I want. He held this black woman in jail for a fucking week and told her, the only way you gonna get past this is to give me what I want. What the fuck are we talking about here, man? These ain't no motherfucking police officers. They're fucking gangsters and rapists, man. He held this woman. I'm going to read you what she says. I was terrified. He was asking me for sex. There was no music. It was quiet. I was scared and nervous. I was shackled. I was scared because I was thinking, what if I can't defend myself? You can't do anything. It's your word against the law. What if I say something? What if I report it to someone and I don't get justice when they're the law? The only way she got out that shit, she told him that she was on her period. And so they took her back to jail. Do you understand? And they're telling you that that lady's not alone. They did this shit multiple times. All of this shit happened under Joe Biden as president. Right back when we had a civil rights division. How much worse you think it is now that they have no civil rights division? Now they're talking about reverse discrimination against white people. Okay. So the lady who fled Mississippi, she said one incident with the police officer can ruin your whole damn life. I'm just here to let you know, man. Not one of these cops was found guilty of any wrongdoing. Not one of these cops lost their job for the shit they did out here. The Lexington Police Department should have been leveled to the ground. But this is the shit they do. And people act like America's not corrupt. They act like this country is about law and order. Man, please. They raping people out in this bitch, man. The fuck are we talking about here? So all they did in this commission was tell you what's happening. Oh, they probably promoted. They're probably police chiefs now. Shit, they're probably running for Congress. So I just don't want to hear shit, man. It's forever fuck the police. When I tell you fuck the police, man, it's nothing personal. But these police officers, we don't need them. Who needs these types of police officers? What the fuck are you serving and protecting? You slave catchers. You're openly corrupt. The Constitution don't mean shit to you. The rule of law don't mean shit to you. You're a fucking rapist, bro. Holding black women for a week. Tell them you got to give me what I want. And we supposed to respect this shit? That's why I tell you, it's forever fuck the police. There is no universe where I would believe the police. Because you don't have accountability. This is exactly what they voted for. This is exactly what the fuck these demons voted for. This is who they are, man. It's who they always been. America is one of the most corrupt countries on earth. Slave catchers out here. That's all they are. They're slave catchers. They keep you in jail. You can't pay the processing fee, you stay in prison. You can't pay their old fines, you stay in prison. You can't pay the cash bond, you stay in prison. If you pay them, they'll release you. It's a straight shakedown for $1.7 million on a population of 1,200 people who are making fucking what? $7.25 an hour. I don't want to hear shit about the police officers, man. Listen, if I read more of this shit, I'm just gonna get upset. So I'm just gonna leave it to you. If you want to read how dirty and disgusting this shit is, but I don't want to get kicked off here for losing my my cool and shit. But whatever vile thoughts you can think of, that's what they did to these people. So when people tell me why you want to defund the police, I don't want to defund the police. I want to abolish the police department. Fuck the police. Fuck ICE. What's the difference between them and gangs? At least gangs are limited in what they're doing. You got officers who can fuck with the whole city. Everything within their fucking jurisdiction they can shake down. And how much worse is that shit now under Trump? Biden at least tracked it. There is no tracking now. Now they can do what they want. You got police officers bragging about lynching black people. You got a chief of police who said he shot that in 119 times and only lost his seat by 1 vote. He only lost that shit by 1 vote after doing all that shit. After being caught on tape, the black police officer who recorded him, of course he was fired. They fired his ass for that. So you see how they fire you for doing the right thing? That's what they did to Christopher Dorner. They fired him for snitching on the officer for using excessive force with somebody who was tied up, who was handcuffed. And that's why he retaliated. I'm okay with him retaliating. I have no problem with what he did. What else are you supposed to do against these guys? He exhausted all of his legal means. They believe the slave catchers. They believe the lying-ass cops. So I'm telling you, man, it is what it is. And this is why we're here now. And so if anybody got anything, I'm going to save this live. You can go back and check that shit out. You can go check it out on my YouTube page. I'm leaving it there. I think my Twitch page may keep it for several weeks before it deletes. And remember, if you want to go back and look at this, you can go look at the Colonel Commission back in the 60s. Hell, you can go back and look at the damn the Lexington report that I just read to you. These police officers are beyond redemption. We've always known that this country had a policing problem because they're basically acting like criminals. They're violating your amendment rights. They've been doing this to black people. This is why I'm going to stay heavily armed. I'm not letting nobody violate my rights, man. I will never lay down my weaponry. I will never give up my rights that I fought for. Nobody run my house without no warrants, period. I don't care what you are. And so you see how these guys abuse power. So they can say what they want about Christopher Dorner. I believe them. I believe him. If I look at him and look at the LAPD, I believe him. If you tell me, you go look at the LAPD today, what they're doing. They're gassing their own citizens. They're helping ICE. They're not fighting back. So these police officers are never going to help you. They are the same as ICE. They're here to push the interests of the ruling class. So, but we'll do deep dives into that. And this is why they hate us talking about Black history, because you can't talk about Black history without talking about police brutality. Hey, police brutality is a part of Black history. Police brutality is why I'm here in the first place. It's the reason why I came out of retirement and started going hard for Black Lives Matter and joining the Black Liberation Movement and doing what I'm doing here with Union Gang. Because the corruption is a whole nother level, man. Are there good officers out there? I'm sure there's few out there, yes. But the system itself is not set up for them. It's set up for the dirty ones to move up. And that's why you have this type of horrible shit that's happening. Because without any proper checks and balances, they can do what they want. Just like ICE, just like the couch fucker told them, hey, you got absolute immunity. So they're operating in those spaces with absolute immunity. Now let's talk about some of these shirts, man, because I got so fired up, man. I totally did not talk about my shirts, guys. All right, guys, here we go. Let's show some of these shirts off. Man, shit. Matching the Seat There energy. We got our most popular shirt, the Union Gang t-shirt right here. Most sold right here. Most sold by far. We also got that Black Liberation Movement spelled out.
Well, I really want to get out here and lay this case out, guys. I want to lay out a textbook case of why I don't trust the police. And I just not use my own stories, right? We're talking about actual things that's happening. Here's my shirt, Soldier from Activists. This is why we cheer on the adjuster as well. You got Free DC. We also got Union Gang mugs, guys. Help yourself to Union Gang mug. That thing is huge. Big black cups. You know, I like it big. I like a big ass mug to drink out of, man. You gotta keep running back and forth. We got that BLM mug too. Got my catchphrase. Well, well, well. And Black History Month. Hey, you know we're here getting it, baby. And hold on for y'all who missed that Black History Month. Let me throw that back up one more time. I'm gonna adjust this bad boy and get it fixed for YouTube. I'm gonna drop one more time for y'all.
Black, 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 black. Woo! I love being black. Black, 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 black. I love being black. Black, 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 black. I love being black. Black, 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 black. I love being black. Yeah.
Straight up, baby. Straight up. We're gonna stay black in this bitch, man. We're gonna stay black. Plus, you know, hey, we got that Tumblr for those who are not pro-black. You know, those of us, there's some who are blackity black, and there's some that's not pro-black, and you know how we deal with them. You know how we deal with those demons. Let's get it.
I hop online. All I see is coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. They shuck and jive. Can't stand these coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. Jigga what? Jigga who? Jigaboos. Jigga coons. They're everywhere. They're over there. They're ready to sell you out for a little bag and a little bit of clout. The jig is up for all you jigaboos. You're not welcome here and we don't rock with you. So go back to your cooniverse, 'cause being a jigaboo is nasty work. Oh, I hop online. All I see is coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos. They shuck and jive. I can't stand these coons and jigaboos. Coons and jigaboos.
All right. Moving on. We got Resist the Oligarchy. This is the one with Elon Musk on that Nazi salute. PR Queen made this was famous. He don't even go here. We got the Veterans Against the Felon, which I'm absolutely a veteran against the felon. Remember, all these shirts go from medium to 5X. All these shirts are in multiple colors. We also got Ride with the Ancestors. Love this shirt right here. It has that plantation burning the hell up. I'm here for that. I'm here to watch that shit burn, man. Because only a slaver will have any fucking use for a plantation. And of course, guys, I'm day one Kamala. I'm going to keep this shirt. I'm going to always sell this shirt. Prosecutor versus a felon, you should have voted for the prosecutor. America, you should have voted for the black woman. And we wouldn't even be in this shit right now. Your life will be far better had you voted for that black woman. And we also got the Black Liberation Movement here. BLM. I got a few of these shirts, so I'm not going to lie. I got a few of these bad boys because nothing triggers those demons like the letters BLM. And one of our newer shirts, Fuck ICE. This is our two-tone shirts here. So you got one in the front, one in the back. Fuck ICE in the front. In the back of the shirt, it says you will never be forgiven. And that's the truth, man. These ICE demons will never be forgiven. Also, the shirt that got me a 1-year ban on IG going live is this anti-fascist shirt right here. You got that Confederate demon being strung up with the Confederate flag behind him, and you got a Nazi in the scope on the back. And that shirt got my ass clapped for a year. Hey, go figure, man. Go figure. I'll wear it again. We got the Union Gang cap. Got that bad boy right here, baby. Got that Union Gang cap. See, I still got that damn tag on it, baby. Got that Union Gang cap. Then we get into our top tier shirts right here. These are the custom ones set up. The one I still got to get the rest of this World War II series completed. All these men fought for this country, and they never received their due process. They never got what they were supposed to get to them because of Jim Crow, because of racism. They never received the Medal of Honor. No black soldier for World War I or World War II ever got the Medal of Honor. Only when they had a special commission decades later under Bill Clinton, and then Barack Obama came back to do it. So just so people know, man, this country has a history of betraying black service members. Now we get into our Black Liberation Movement. Of course, we got multiple things with Malcolm X. Got that Huey P. Now these shirts right here, the Malcolm X shirt only comes in that color. Medium through 3X. So everything you see here is only medium through 3X. It's the vendors, guys. You know, these shirts are going out to third-party vendors. Now, and also the shipping takes longer on these, so be patient. Sometimes up to 30 days, guys. Average about 2 weeks, but these shirts right here, up to 30 days it can be. Because they're going out to third-party vendors. We got Fred Hampton, Legends of the Black Panther Party. This is also in one design on this one. Same thing for this one design on this one. Angela Davis. I will be using this as a template for other powerful black women in the Black Panther Party. So, you want to say a Union Gang hat? Hold on, I'll show it to you again. That right there is that Union Gang hat, baby. I'll show it to you again, so you ain't got to see it on the camera here. I'll flip back to you when I flip back. And we got our hoodies out there. That Malcolm X hoodie, that's the only color you can get that one in. Malcolm X only comes in this color. Now, Legends of the Black Panther Party here, you can get this in all types of ones. You can get this one camouflage, blacked out. I have a black one. I want this two-tone one right here. That black and red is fire as fuck. I'm pretty excited, but this one comes in many different colors. Remember, all these high-end shirts and sweaters only come in size medium to 3X. All right. And for somebody who wanted to see that hat again, there's the hat. That is the Union Gang hat, guys. It's adjustable on the back, so hey, even if your head is big as mine, you can get in there. You can see I got that shit maxed out for my head. So, hey, this is adjustable in the back, so no matter what size head you got, it's going to fit you. And you guys not only support me, but you're supporting a powerful black woman who really made all this happen, guys. So I will continue to be dropping videos, doing what we got to do. We really got to rally for each other now because, unfortunately, this is where we are, right? It's really a damn shame that it's come to this point. I really thought that, given democracy being at stake, that America would still make better choices. Yeah, I don't even know they make this shirt anymore. This is one of the Black Lives Matter hoodie shirts I got. This is one of my oldest shirts I got. I got this when I got involved in the movement. I've been to many protests with this shirt on, man. Yeah, so we was out there getting it in, man. And unfortunately, because of the police brutality and racism in the country, you have to even have memorial shirts like this. So when people see me, I want them to see, really being a voice for the voiceless. I want them to see Black liberation in action. So yeah, like I said, guys, this police brutality, that's the reason why I joined. That's what, after the death of George Floyd, that really just got me fired up. And I knew I knew what I wanted to be when I grew up, right? So I'm walking that path now. For better or for worse, Black liberation needs me, and I'm gonna do my part in it. So how's everybody doing anyway? You guys are good? I'm going to be sending up orders too for those guys who I hope you guys who won the competition we had like a couple of weeks ago now. I'll be sending information up to our vendor so I'll get you guys those shirts out. And I'm going to try to have more game nights again in the future. But we're really going to be going hard this month. I really want to talk more about, Black liberation, things that's happening in this country. And really tonight, I want to do a deep dive on not only the LAPD, but policing in general. And, like I said, I lived through the LA riots. I've seen it for myself what happens when the police fall back and they don't really do shit. You're really on your own. So I hear you, man. Listen, I didn't even let my son join the Air Force. He's glad that we did not go the Air Force route because the military is no place for a black person right now. I'm just telling you. Just like the federal government, the military is openly hostile against black people. That's how you got a fucking black Marine and got lost at sea, chasing a fucking drug boat. Shit just crazy. What the fuck are the Marines doing chasing drug boats? So it's just, and listen, that's the bullshit lie they tell you. So I don't believe shit from federal government. I don't believe a damn thing. So you better have some video and show me what the hell. And once again, what are they doing out here doing all of this? So it's just the corruption is really off the chain. The racism is off the chain right now. The sheer fucking incompetence of the administration. It's crazy that we've gotten to this level, but we're here now. And it's really going to take everybody banding together, being in community for yourself, protecting each other, having local farmers, having self-defense teams. Remember, guys, you guys want to join our self-defense teams? Download Signal, join Operation Black Skies, and join one of our rooms. I'll be dropping more videos out there. But you see, we've been pretty busy, man. The weekend been going pretty fast, man. So, but I'm damn sure gonna be out here doing a lot more because, it's going to be one hell of a summer. And people got to really wake up and see that democracy is burning around us. Yep, if you get in there, guys, I'll drop those videos in those chats. Did you? And we got to talk about that a bit more. We got to get some more radio classes up too. So any more volunteers that want to do like first aid classes or go bag classes, please get with me. We have a leadership hub inside of our Signal chat. Let me know. I would love to schedule classes. We can do them right here in this format. We can come in here. We can bring you guys on the live, and we can teach this shit live. So, yeah, you in the danger room? Yeah, let me know. I will redrop my danger room videos when I leave here. All right, you off next weekend? All right, I'll get with you. So I will redrop all of my danger room videos. I do have some new ones to put out. I got to put out some movement to contact ones. So I'll put them out as well in the danger room. So when I get off this broadcast tonight, I will refresh everything. There are about 15 orders that we're tracking right now, guys. They're still outstanding. Once we get those orders out from the vendors, I will give you guys email confirmation of everybody who already ordered their stuff. I appreciate it. A lot of you guys ordered the new sweaters and things. I'm eager to see how it looks, guys, because I don't even have all of them yet. So if you guys get your merchandise and you like it, do a video, tag me in it. All right, tag me in the video or drop the video or just send me the pictures if you don't want to do a video, and I will put together other videos highlighting you guys. So listen, I love Union Gang. If I see you out there in the world, I got to take a picture with you. If you rocking our Union Gang merch, hey, I know you official. We got to get up, take some damn pictures together, dap that shit out. I got much love for y'all being out here. So if you need something, if you got to send me anything, you can do it in there with something physical. I have a P.O. box. Linktree is in there. Just check out my P.O. box. It's right there telling you, and you can send it right there. All my information is in my Linktree. All right, guys. Much love for all of you. And remember, whether it takes 10 months or 10 years, we must be absolutely relentless in our fight against the white delusion of white supremacy.
Why did you show up?
I'm here for many reasons, but the main reason is I watched Afghan interpreters that saved our asses get swept up by ICE and being sent back to be executed by the Taliban. I think it's fucking disgusting. And for the first time in my life, I burned the American flag before I came down here. Donald Trump represents the worst of us. He is a feckless traitor. and he's made America a pariah on the world stage. This is the most anti-veteran and anti-black administration in history. My son was on track to become an Air Force officer, but after this felon got in, I couldn't do it in good conscience. Because, you know, it's hard enough to be out here as a black man in this country with all the racism. Imagine having an open racist in here now. At the Vice President of the United States of America giving excuses about saying that all Confederates aren't bad. So which ones wasn't bad? The ones that raped black women? The ones that lynched us? Are those the ones that's not bad? It's time to rise up. It's time to expel those ICE invaders out of California. Nobody voted for Trump in my home state. Get them the hell out of there. And be willing to have other blue states send troops to assist you. Remember, Hitler destroyed Germany's democracy in 55 days. And this fellow is well on his way to destroying ours. How far do you want to slide into autocracy? What are you going to do? Wait for the tanks to pull up to get you? If they could snatch children, Mexican children, out of school and elementary school, they damn sure come lynch us at night. I'm preparing my kids for the worst case scenario. I'm preparing self-defense teams right now, and I think that everybody who is a student of history needs to understand. The problem with not understanding history, you tend to repeat it. And so we're here, guys. I don't know if we're going to vote our way out, but that's why I'm still going to protest anyway. I'm going to vote straight blue, and I'm an independent. I'm going to vote blue like my life depends on it, because it does. If you ever gave a damn about that democracy, if you ever gave a damn about that oath you took to the Constitution, now's the time to hit the streets. And whether it takes 10 months or 10 years, we're going to be absolutely relentless in our fight against white supremacy.